I thought I'd make another video for you because so many people out there are sick or they're afraid of getting sick. And I think that the fear is the greatest illness of all. It's the mind virus, as some would say. The fear of everything. Look, the unknown can be very frightening for a lot of people. But think about this. In the unknown resides a lot of potential and possibility. So stay focused on that wonderful opportunity that exists within the unknown. And today I'm going to share with you some of the things I do to stop being sick all the time. I used to get sick all the time when I was a child. I had all kinds of ear infections. My parents had my tonsils and adenoids removed when I was 5. I've been in and out of the hospital, the emergency room, constipation, gut issues. I even was diagnosed with a brain tumor back in 2013 when I was 37 years old. And talk about a wake-up call. I thought my life was over. You talk about fear, I'm like, I'm done. I wake up every morning and like, I have a brain tumor, I have chronic epilepsy, my life is over, I'm screwed, I feel terrible. Well, I'm here to tell you that that doesn't have to be the answer unless that's the narrative that you're telling yourself. And what we think becomes our beliefs, and what we believe becomes our thoughts, and it's a cycle. It goes around and around and around in our head. And if we don't stop that cycle somehow, we're going to be doomed to it and repeating these things that are causing us a lot of strife and a lot of pain and a lot of negative emotions. So first of all, I want to start with the main message is get yourself good with God, align yourself, understanding that you are saved through Jesus Christ. And if that turns you off to the message, well, I'm sorry for you to feel that way, but I also have a lot of great information about nutrition for you that's probably going to help you as well. So let's get into it real quick. Bring this little camera over here. I take supplements every day because let's face it, today most of the air, the water, and the soil in our world are contaminated with pesticides, chemicals. We've got EMF, which is radiation in the air, 5G broadcasting all the time. All this stuff is happening all the time. People now are sicker than ever, despite the fact that we're spending more money than ever on health care, or I like to call it sick care, because people are sicker than ever. We see the obesity rates up, we see diabetes up, we see cancer up. 40% of people living today are going to receive cancer in their lifetime, according to the CDC and other, authorities on health. So, what are we going to do about this? Are we going to live in a heightened state of fear? We're going to lock ourselves in our homes. We're going to cover up our faces. We're going to do all this stuff. We're going to be afraid of other human beings. No, we're not. We're not. If we're going to choose love, we're going to choose health, we're going to choose all these higher vibratory realms that we're living in through God's grace. We're going to be there. We're going to live healthy and we're going to feel good because the ultimate wealth is our health. So we're not just about managing symptoms. That's what Western allopathic medicine typically tells us to do. Take a pill for this, take a pill for that. Well, you have a side effect for that pill. We'll take this pill. That'll help that. And before you know it, you've got all of these contraindicative issues from one medication. This hand doesn't know what this hand's doing. Your neurologist sends you over to your primary care physician, back to them, and to the oncologist, and to the radiologist, and they don't even know what other one's doing. They look at your chart, what medications you're on, what are you doing. There's iatrogenic death is a thing. That means you were accidentally killed by being prescribed contraindicated medicines, or a doctor did something, didn't know you were allergic to something, or something happened on the operating table, who knows? So take your health into your own hands, be your own primary care provider. I'm going to share a couple of foods, maybe more than a couple, that I think are non-negotiables in your day, and a couple of other practices that I think will greatly benefit you. One is God. In your life, believe in a higher good. Believe in God. I say believe in the grace of Jesus Christ to save your soul, because that's the way we're redeemed. We're all imperfect, we're all sinners or what have you, but if we align ourselves with the grace of God and we do our best every day, and we give thanks, we give gratitude, we are of service to other people, that, my friend, is the best medicine, because you stop feeling sorry for yourself, you start being of benefit and of use to other people. That's key right there. If you're all wound up in your own thoughts and your own problems and woe is me, I'm a victim, my parents did this, I was oppressed, blah, 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 blah. That's the narrative that's going to keep going around in your mind. Start thinking about what you're grateful for, all the gifts that you bestow within yourself. So that's first. Secondly is taking care of this vessel that we house our souls in, right? We're housed within this physical mortal coil, this body. We have to take care of it if we want to feel good. And that involves, obviously exercise is very important, moving your body every day, stretching, getting out into nature, getting those negative ions from nature, barefoot into the ground, especially on a nice day. You want to get out in the sun, expose your body to the sun every day. 20 minutes a day of sunshine, even if it's like winter in the Pacific Northwest and it's raining a lot. Get outside, put your face out, catch the sunrise, catch the sunset, get the sun on your body, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter where you live, get out there. Do a little cold therapy. I'm telling you, that saved me in so many ways, is getting into a cold shower every day. I was fearing it for so long, I finally started doing it every day. Consistency, persistency pays, and what it does is it helps reduce the amount of tension and stress in the central nervous system, more resiliency for your prefrontal cortex of your brain. It helps to alleviate excessive cortisol in the body, and it helps producing more healthy, happy hormones in the body. So put yourself under these little micro stressors of exercise, reading, journaling, cold exposure, and breath work. That's another one I recommend. Listen to Wim Hof, do a little diaphragmatic breath. Most people don't even know how to breathe properly. That's a sad fact, right? Most people don't even know how to breathe correctly. Most people are upper respiratory and mouth breathers. So they're over-oxygenating their body and they're not getting enough use of their diaphragmatic muscle. The core, baby, the core, the solar plexus right here. So what I'm going to say is, let's look at some superfoods that you can take every day that are going to benefit you. I always say, start with the Power Shake. This is an amazing superfood combo. I've given this to people. I've recommended this to people, and people don't take it. Why? Why don't you want to take this? If you know this is going to help you, why don't you take it? People are eating all kinds of other stuff that are not serving their body. They eat for pleasure. They eat for the immediate feel good of a sweet or a salty, savory food. But why don't you condition your body just like you want to condition your mind and your soul to be in alignment with health and truth and love? So love your body with some Power Shake. What this is essentially, if you want to recreate on your own, is some powerful greens, stuff like spirulina, kamut wheatgrass, and some alfalfa greens. It's also got an assortment of gluten-free grains in there. Always choose organic. Never go with anything that's not organic unless you know the source and know it's pesticide-free. Because reality check, everybody, less than 4% of all farms are organic. In the country, it's probably less than 1%. But that's the last statistic I read up on. And if it's not organic, it's sprayed with chemicals, there's pesticides, the air, water, and soil, back to that. You can only be as healthy as your environment, so don't hang around with toxic people, don't eat toxic food, don't expose yourself to toxic things like radiation, too much cell phone use, all this other stuff. But this stuff right here is going to help balance, because there's 3 pillars of health that I always promote. The first one is nourishment. Nutrify your body with life-sustaining foods that are going to nourish your blood, cleanse your liver, your kidneys, your organs. It's going to do all that. So nourish, cleanse, and maintain. Maintain is huge, because a lot of people treat eating healthy like they're on a diet. They're going to do it for a short period of time and then go right back to doing all the things that did not serve them in the first place. You can't live like that. It's toxic and it's not good for you. So I guess toxic means it's not good for you. So it's not good for you. So what I do, I go up to the mountain spring. If you don't have access to a mountain spring or you're looking for one, go to findaspring.com. If you live in the States, find a place near you that has a mountain spring. Check it out. Read the reviews. See what people think about it. If you can't, get yourself some reverse osmosis water. Try to vortex it. Get the best source of water you can get, because your body's made up of more than 60% water. So that's what you need. Whatever you're putting into your body is regenerating your body with that. So you literally are what you eat. Think about that. They say you are what you eat. Yeah, sounds good, right? But it's true. You are what you eat. You're feeding all the cells of your body, the mitochondria that are delivering nourishment to the organelles of your body. Need good hydration. They need good food. You don't want to eat too much either. Most people are overeaters in our society. That's why I have 70% of Americans are overweight, 40-something% are obese, and like 1 in 5 Americans, 20%, are morbidly obese, sickly. Look around. It's like we're normalizing sickness in our society. That's going to end. You know, it's no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society, pharmaceutical-driven society that we live in right now. They're making tons of money. They're making over $1 trillion a year off of our illness. So we got to take care of that. So I've got my mountain spring water. I'm going to make a quick shake. You can do it in a shaker glass. I'll just go and grab this. This is a 32-ounce mason jar. How about that, right? So, my mountain spring water. I love mason jars. I love drinking out of glass. Avoid plastic. Plastic leaches. You don't want to be drinking too much. Everything is plastic. And like I said, it's no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Say it, Jiddu Krishnamurti. That's true because plastic is omnipresent. We're filling up the oceans at an alarming rate with plastic. We're poisoning our home planet with plastic. It's everywhere. The average American consumes 5 grams of plastic per week. That's like eating a credit card every week worth of plastic, microplastics, like slowly. And those coffee cups from Starbucks or your favorite local coffee house, the disposable ones, you're leaching off plastic. You think they're paper, they're not. They're composite with plastic. The hot beverage melts it, you're drinking it in. So glass, stainless steel is good too. I like my Purium stainless steel. This is good. So I like just straight up plastic. And then I'm going to start with my power shake. As I said, this has you take this every day. You got to be consistent with what you're doing too. You can't just do it one day, walk away for a couple days, come back. Do your best always, but stay consistent. So we're going to go, and we're going to lower the boom here. Bring you down here just a little bit, you guys. Okay. All right, we're going to bring you down to the level here where we're at. So I've got my power shake. Now, 5.5 tablespoons of this is the equivalent of 6 superfood green salads. I'm doing about 16 to 20 grams. You can do 2 big scoops, a couple cups, or whatever you want to do. That's all you need. You can eye it. You don't have to be, how much of this do I do? How much of that do I do? What's this? What's that? Just get it into your body, you guys. So we've got the gluten-free grains in there. I'll add a whole bunch of other stuff to this mix, but if you're just like, I'm in a hurry, I don't want to be a superfood nerd like you, I don't want to eat all this stuff, the Power Shake has 8 grams of protein, it's got 6 salads worth of organic greens, it's got chlorophyll-rich greens that are going to feed the hemoglobin of your blood, a perfect match for the magnesium in this. It feeds the iron in your blood, so a perfect combination. So you want to bring that together. I also have some stuff called Biofruit from Purium. You can eat fruit. I recommend eating fruit. I have bowls of fruit over here all the time. Always snacking on oranges, avocados, kiwis, apples. You know, fruit is an amazing source of carbs. And the water in organic only, if you don't know whether it's organic or not, and you're buying it at the grocery store, look for that number 9 at the beginning. A 5-digit code, just start with a 9. If it's a 4 or something else, that's conventional, don't do it. Organic, so you're not getting pesticides. And it's not GMO either. So whatever your favorite fruit is, I like the Biofruit. I put some of this in here. It gives it even more sweetness. And this apple berry power shake is already sweetened with Lohan Guo, which is a monk fruit, same thing. And it's 200 times sweeter than sugar, but has no glycemic load, so it's good for people who are diabetic or whatever. It also has carrot juice in there too. You can get an unflavored one that's just the greens and the grains, whatever you want to do. Most people like the sweetness. It tastes amazing. So the Biofruit's got 17 different types of organic fruits. All of what we do at Purium, it's amazing, is we have a low temperature dehydration process that ensures that 98% of the living enzymes are in the food, so you just drink it down and your cells are charged. You feel amazing. So I even like to go extra on it. I'll put extra spirulina. Spirulina or spirulina, however you want to say it, is the highest protein-rich food by weight. Now, One thing to know about protein, because there's a lot of misconceptions, protein helps with synthesis of different vitamins and minerals and enzymes in the body. Most protein is only absorbed to the rate of about 35% maximum, 35% maximum. So if you eat a steak, chicken, whatever you're eating, basically you're only going to absorb about 30% of it max. The rest is going to be expelled as waste. So that's why I have something over here called the Super Amino 23. Let's see if I have one opened. I don't. But here's what it is. Basically, these are tablets. I take 5 of these in the morning, first thing upon awakening. And these are made from non-soy legumes, organic. They're pre-digested, which means you eat them, and within 23 minutes, they go through your liver into your bloodstream and start to create protein. So amino acids are the building blocks for protein in the body. So start off with that. 4 of those is about 20 grams of protein, 99% net nitrogen utilization rate, which means that almost 100% of the amino acids that build protein go in. So you're not getting just a 30% yield that your body has to work hard to digest, to synthesize. 99% synthesization? Net nitrogen utilization rate. So you're getting the bioavailability of those at a high level. It's like an empty bag of power shake over here. So I'm going to take some other supplements as well, but I'm going to keep it simple today. Sometimes if you're a guy and you want to have boost your testosterone a little bit, you put a little bit of pine pollen in there. Pine pollen's good for men, especially if you're aging, like you're up over 40, like your boy Angelo here. Other superfoods that I'll add, these aren't necessary, but these are just for me because I'm a health hacker, lover of boosting my health. Is some mucuna. It's a bean called L-dopa. That's mucuna. That's from, it's the highest dopamine producing food, natural dopamine producing food. So it's not like a drug or anything like that. And I'll add extra grains into the equation. I've got this superfood called More Greens. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, you can't overdose on chlorophyll-rich super greens. And all this organic. This has stuff in it like more spirulina, oatgrass, barley green juice, wheatgrass. So some of the same stuff that I'm already getting there, a little extra pump on it. Kelp, dulse, broccoli sprouts, and more. It even has a little bit of bee pollen in there and some fiber. So I'm putting that all in here. You can put juice in here, but you really don't. All you need is just this. Just the power shake by itself is all you need. I'm going a little extra for myself because, like I said, I've got other stuff you can add to it. Power shake is like your one-stop shop. It's got your healthy fats to build adiponectin, which is a healthy hormone. It's a fat that actually burns fat in the body. So this is the power shake. That tastes amazing. The oats, the quinoa, the rice bran solubles, the amaranth, the millet, the buckwheat, the chia. And all these foods are sprouted and raw grade, low temperature, dehydrated. The thing I love about Purium is they're moving everything besides those aminos into these biodegradable hemp and bamboo composite Terra pouches. So you can just bury those in the ground. They decompose really quickly. So I love that. Power shake every day to start the day. So that's what I recommend. Break your fast every day with a green shake. Do some juicing. Cleanse out the colon. You know, the average American's got about 7 to 40 pounds of excessive fecal matter impacted into their small intestine. The small intestine's about 25 feet long. You know, that's a long one right there. You know what I'm saying? It's like 5 times your height. So four times, yeah. I can do the math right now. But I take my aminos, I take my power shake, and there's one other thing that I take on a regular basis. These little tablets called Biome Medic. These are fermented wheat germ spore with a little chicory root. These are proven by clinical studies to remove glyphosate from the gut. What is glyphosate? It's Roundup, basically the chemical in Roundup, the desiccant weed killer, antibiotic that we're eating and most of the conventional foods that we eat. That's why I say only eat organic. That's one of the main pesticides that's causing lots of problems in people today. Glyphosate. It's in the air, water, and soil. It rains down. You can't wash it off of foods, so that's why I say eat organic. And even if you are eating organic, you're getting exposed to it everywhere. So get that. We also have one for dogs called the Epigenius dogs, which helps our little four-legged friends who are getting exposed to the glyphosate walking all around the place and spray it. It's good for them. So that's where I start every day. The Biome Medic, the Super Amino 23s, and of course the Power Shake. We're going to be going live every Thursday. I'm not sure if you see this way in the future if we're still doing it, but right now every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we're going live. We're giving 30-minute presentations about the 5 essential foods of our ultimate lifestyle transformation. We've got a new dark berry protein out right now. It's collagen building, all vegan. All this stuff is vegan. So if that's your dietary preference, that's good for you. Organic, gluten-free, the whole 9. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. Stay healthy, and God bless you all. Peace.